You ready? Hey everyone, this is Freddie Joachim of Mellow Orange Music. This is just in response to emails and messages that I've been getting at people asking what kind of my layout looks like as far as where I kind of create music and stuff like that. You know, I've had analog synths throughout the years and, MPCs and stuff like that, and I've kind of just condensed everything down to what works for me. I pretty much just work off my laptop, and then I have a few MIDI controllers. Like I have this CME UF5 controller, which works fairly well, and then for chopping samples and drums and stuff and various effects, I use this MPD. I have a little mic over here for recording all those soft whispers that you hear, and tambourine and the glockenspiel, as you can see. But yeah, it's a pretty basic setup. And I actually use Ableton as my main digital audio workstation, and I also incorporate Reason and Logic for sounds, as well as I use a lot of third-party plugins and synths and stuff like that. Just something new. Shit's hot! Just joking. I have some trumpets down here. A couple trumpets that I barely know how to play. And this instrument, which is the shakuhachi, it's actually a Japanese bamboo flute. So if you've seen every kind of Japanese film with a flute playing, it's probably this instrument right here. Samurai sword? What? With the Philippines engraved into it? Jeez. That protects the studio. I started off as a turntablist, kind of, and I still love to scratch and try to beat juggle. Never was really that great. But then, a few toys up here. Toy shelf. Some guitars. I have this 12-string guitar right here, which only has 6 strings on it. As you can tell, it's like a guitar trying to be something that it's not. Kind of like a quick discography, some stuff here. There's the Midway double CD. Here's the Japanese version of Midway. Here's the iTunes version of Study Guide, which we released with Milk Dipper, me in question, right there. Oh gosh! And here's the US version of Study Guide CD. It's a little different than me in question put out. Here's the In With Time CD, my first full length, which was exclusive to Japan. And here's a compilation that Introduction released, which are introducing. Here's our first release for Mellow Orange that me and my partner Yusai put together. Here's the Japanese version. Here's Questions album that I mastered, standard translation, still available for purchase. Shout out to Choice 37, Diligence album here. Has Aloe Black, Braille, Kiro 1, Blue on it, Othello. Like a choice right there. Lauren Santiago El Gambina. And look at this serious guy right here. So serious. The Upstarts album that I produced a lot of tracks on here. I did the track with Grap Lova and Kev Brown on there. Another track with Grap, LaTanya Lockett. But yeah, I produced 80% of this album. And here's just a small compilation that I produced a remix for. This is the first project that I actually did with my label partner, Mellow Orange. I'll talk about it later. It's a track with Braille on here that I did for Japan. And the Change Up compilation, this is my first compilation that I was a part of. This one I feel was kind of ahead of its time because it contained tracks by No Such Thing and Blue, Johnson & Johnson, Mainframe. GB was doing his thing, had Longevity Crew. So there's a lot of people, big name people that were just making a name for themselves when this first came out. So big shout out to New and Buddha Bong for putting that together. Here's a baby velociraptor claw that I now use to fight crime. With great power comes great responsibility. Ah! Here's the mathematics remix and the quality remix that I did. Here is the In With Time first vinyl. This has Profile on it and Upstarts and Surreals on here. Some more stuff. This is a remix I did for the Smile Rays, Upstarts EP, the Choice EP. So serious, so serious. And then the compilation from the Change Up. Here's the other second half of the In With Time vinyl that I did with Aloe Black and Son of Ran. Othello's on here as well. Just quickly, I want to thank everybody who purchased patiently. We've actually raised a lot of money for all the purchases that we got from that. And I'm working on a new EP entitled Fiberglass Kisses that'll be coming out sometime early 2012. It has Carlita Duran, it has Jay Mitchell on it, and we have Miles Bonney on it, as well as Mar and maybe a couple other artists. But yeah, this is pretty much it. You can definitely check out my website, freddiejoachim.com or melloworange.com. We'll have more information for what's coming out for the next year. Not only do I make beats here, but I also work on muscles here. Ugh, 300. That's not the actual count. I just say the names of movies with very fit people on them. Bloodsport, The Goonies. All right, that last one didn't apply, but it's just a good movie. But yeah, thanks. Let's go eat.